Hi guys and welcome back. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make this chocolate carrot cake. Let's begin. To get started on the recipe, you'll want to take your milk and then add in the vinegar and give them a good mix until combined, then set aside until needed a little later on. Then into another large mixing bowl, you can go ahead and add in your dry ingredients. Doesn't matter which order you add them in, but this is just your dry add so it's the flour, the salt, the light brown sugar, cocoa powder, raisin agents and your spices, and then just give it all a good mix until well combined. Once it's well combined, you can then go ahead and add in the wet ingredients. It doesn't really matter which order you add them in, but just add them in. I went with the milk mixture first, or the buttermilk alternative, followed by the oil, then the vanilla, then mix until you have kind of like a doughy looking batter. And once you've got to that stage, you are good to turn the mixer off and add in all of your grated carrot. Trust the process here. As the carrots incorporate, they will add moisture to the cake and make it look like a regular cake batter. Just take the time to give it a really good mix to release the water from the carrots. Once you've done that, you can then give the bowl a good scraping down, and this is just to incorporate any bits that may not have been fully worked in from earlier on, so don't forget to scrape the top and the bottom of the bowl. Then transfer that into a lined 2-pound loaf pan which has been lined with some parchment paper, and just get all the cake batter in there, spread and roll it out as best as you possibly can. Then place into your preheated oven and bake it off. All that information will be in the blog post, which will be linked down below, so don't forget to check it out if you are interested. So while the cake is in the oven, you can go ahead and make the buttercream. For this I'm making a Swiss meringue, so grab yourself a large heat-proof bowl, add in your sugar and your egg whites and give it all a good whisk together until combined. Then place over a bowl of simmering water, making sure the bottom of the bowl doesn't touch the simmering water, and keep whisking on top until you have a smooth and glossy mixture. It shouldn't be granular at all, so if you feel it's still granular, just keep mixing until it isn't. Once it isn't, you can transfer into a stand mixer bowl or a large bowl and then whisk the life out of it until the bottom of the bowl is cool to the touch. Your mixture should also look a lot more like meringue. Once it looks like that, you know you're good to go, and you can start to add in the butter chunk by chunk until it's all been fully incorporated. Being careful to not add too much too quickly, as you may loosen the consistency a little too quickly. Don't forget to add in your vanilla and mix that in. Then, as I was making a bigger batch of buttercream, I split that and I take some for this recipe, and then all I do is add in a little bit of cocoa powder and just mix it in until it's fully incorporated. Once it's incorporated, I give the bowl a scraping down, and this is just to incorporate those bits that may not have been fully worked in from earlier on. Then transfer into a piping bag if you want to, or like me, you can just dollop it on top of the cake and spread and level it out as best as you possibly can. Wasn't looking for perfection, just looking for something really quick and easy. You can then go ahead and cut the cake up into as many or as few pieces as you would like. The choice is really up to you. I went with generous portions, but then cut them into half or even thirds, and you still get a generous amount of the cake. Here's what it looks like on the inside. You've got that chocolate carrot cake with a chocolate Swiss meringue buttercream. It doesn't get much better than that, let me tell you that for free. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more from me, and I'll be back again soon with another recipe, so join me then. In the meanwhile, don't forget to check out the description. There'll be a link to this recipe, a link to my blog and a link to my social media. But that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed. Bye guys.